Let goodness prevail. In the beginning, life was good, both physically and spiritually. In fact, God created everything that existed and called it very good. But that goodness was fractured when an enemy enticed God's image bearing people to question his goodness and to doubt his trustworthiness. So, when Adam and Eve chose to disregard God's instructions by eating from the only forbidden tree, their eyes were open to two opposing forces, good and evil. The battle between good and evil isn't just an overarching theme in the Bible, but a theme that permeates every continent, every culture, and every nation. It's a theme that's laced throughout books and movies, and one that plays out in real life. And the reason it's so pervasive is because there's a real battle taking place. All of these years, we're still sharing this good yet fallen world. But make no mistake, the kingdom of darkness is still warring against the kingdom of light. The Apostle Paul gave some advice on this topic to the believers in Rome, writing, "Do not overcome evil, but do not, no, excuse me, do not be overcome by evil, but overcome evil with good." And that's in Romans 12 and 21. So I'm going to stop right there. And basically what it is saying is when it's saying like if someone's being mean to you, don't be mean back. When someone does something wrong to you, don't fight back. You know what I'm saying? Overcome it with good. Treating someone kind even if they're being a jerk. You know, and again it goes I used to believe, right? Back in the day, like it says, like you grow up, your parents tell you, if somebody hits you, you hit them back, right? You know, and it's still to this day, yes, if somebody hit me, I'm hitting them back, okay? But, you know, a lot of the times, right, I used to despise this verse because I'm like, if somebody's being mean to me, I'm going to be mean back to them. But you know what? I realized as I got older and as I'm starting to really become more into myself, you know what I'm saying, being transformed, being renewed, and I'm moving about my life and in the world differently than I used to when I was younger. I'm realizing that again, a lot of the times this verse is true, you know, because a lot of times people are dealing with demons and battles and things that we know nothing of. So sometimes if somebody's being a nasty jerk or whatever, you know, or being mean to you, rude to you, or whatever the case may be, sometimes showing them some type of act of kindness, a lot of times not even responding because again, when you don't respond to people who are treating you badly, they don't know what to do. You know what I'm saying? Or if they're trying to accuse you of something and they're hoping that you're going to probably lie and an argument's going to ensue. And when you don't lie, when you're like, yeah, that happened, or yeah, I said that, or yeah, whatever the case may be, right? Then they're shocked. They don't know what to do. And sometimes it is best because it leaves them befuddled. They're like, they're looking all dumbfounded, you know what I'm saying? Because they don't know how to respond, you know, or to react to your kindness. So sometimes killing them with kindness does work in certain situations, though. But that is the key, you know what I'm saying? Because again, they're going to think that you're going to come and you're going to attack back. When you don't give them back what they're expecting, they really don't know what to do. They don't know how to deal with that. They look stupid, really, you know what I'm saying? And sometimes that's the best way you can get them. And then you actually can leave them in the Lord's hands because I can literally, I tell you no lie, as I give my battles to the Lord's, because those battles, right, again, those are battles that are not yours. You know, people are fighting demons and battles and stuff we know nothing about. But we give those battles to the Lord. He's going to fight them on your behalf. He's going to be able to do more to that person regarding that person than you possibly can. You know what I'm saying? Yes, a lot of times you want to get your lick back. Yeah, you might feel some kind of way about, you know, sometimes somebody doing something and you might have felt like, dang, I should have said this, I should have did this or whatever. But sometimes it's good when you don't, because again, at the end of the day, you're being protected, and the Lord is going to deal with them. He's going to deal with them the way He sees fit. And again, a lot of the times when you do treat someone with kindness or whatever, I can guarantee you, right? When they go back home and they sit back and they reflect and they like, wow, I was a jerk to this person. I did this to this, that, or whatever to somebody, and they didn't attack me back. They didn't do this, whatever. That's going to make them sit back and reflect. And it could also probably soften their heart, because a lot of times people, they don't even like themselves. People really don't have good relationships with themselves. Again, a lot of people treat you the way they feel about themselves, right? So if they're battling something, they're usually out there attacking everybody and trying to, you know, take it out on everybody they come across. They want to take out all their problems on everybody else or whatever. You know what I'm saying? Pointing the fingers and not taking any type of accountability for themselves. And so a lot of the times, they're not sitting back and reflecting. But usually when someone, you know what I'm saying, isn't mean to them and they're kind to them, and they kind of just ignore them and be like, whatever, I ain't dealing with them. A lot of the times they're going to sit back and reflect on that. They're going to kind of be like, that person didn't fight me back. That person didn't yell back at me. That person didn't, come at me in a way that they may have been expecting. And a lot of the times people don't know what to do with that. A lot of times people don't know what to do with that. So I just want to, you know what I'm saying, whatchamacallit, we got a God who loves to redeem us, who loves to revive us, and who loves to who loves to restore us. The devil comes to kill, steal, and destroy. But again, all we gotta do is pray that God can what? Transform their hearts, and we leave them in His hands. Literally, we gotta start leaving people in situations and circumstances in the Lord's hands, and watch He create signs, miracles, and wonders. Watch He creates great, grand miracles and the awesome an awesome experience, right? Watch you, whatever it is, turn around in your favor. Watch whatever it is, come to pass. Watch whatever it is that you might have been struggling with, whether it's a person, a situation, or a place, right? Watch. If it's somebody who treated you crappy, you know what? Sometimes we gotta learn how to just ignore sometimes some folks. That's only if we can. But majority of the times, you know what I'm saying, you can walk away, leave them in God's hands, and keep it moving. Don't let nobody steal your joy. Don't let nobody, compromise your peace. Give them to the Lord, and keep it moving, you know what I'm saying, and going about your day. I'm telling you, because again, a lot of the things that people do, it has nothing to do with you. It has everything to do with them. So I hope you guys have a beautiful, blessed, and peace day. And thanks for watching. And you know what? Let me hear from you in the comments, okay? So until next time, this is your girl,